Everybody, welcome back to Buddy Pass Podcast, episode 40. Big All right, today's guests are a couple of whales. Thank you for coming out, guys. But today is episode 40 of Buddy Pass Podcast, always presented by the Masshole Perspective, but doesn't matter anymore. Hockey season is now upon us. The openers were last night, or I should say Tuesday, when this comes out on Thursday, so 2 nights ago. Yeah. But there's only 2 games, some good games. We'll get into them later. For now, we're going to check in with the fellas. How are we, boys?
Good. I finally got over my cold today. Mm-hmm.
You sound good. You sound sexy.
I do.
Yeah.
Still like the littlest bit of a stuffy nose in there, but
a couple sniffles never hurt.
But like last week when we recorded was like the peak of it.
Yeah.
Like the worst point of it. Like Monday through Wednesday of last week was awful. And then just like dragging on through the weekend and stuff. But feeling good today.
There you go, baby. What about you, Aids? You and a little cream of rice.
I got my bowl of 100 grams of cream of rice for the gym. Brett has his cheddar goldfish. Raph has his Crave bar.
About 100 calories in this baby.
Yep, of nicotine.
100 more than you.
And had a nice long weekend. What else? 3-day week for school.
Chili's week, too.
Everyone else suck our nuts for having a 4-day week because we had Tuesday off. No, I feel
didn't have any days off.
I feel pretty good. I mean, really, they shouldn't because it's Columbus sucks.
Yeah, those schools.
He can suck our balls, but
I still don't know much about him.
He was a bad guy.
Word around town, though, is he liked his spices.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm a visual guy. Any highlights from over break? I mean, we had a little 4-day weekend, 5-day weekend.
I went home with the lady Emily, and we did the obligatory apple picking and pumpkin picking for the weekend.
Go on.
Made a killer apple crisp, though, I will say.
Apple crisp.
Did you carve the pumpkins or anything?
Nah, we were going to. She bought it, so she took it back with her. So we'll see what she does with it. But it's a good weekend. Nice to be home.
Very nice. Very nice.
Sox won, baby.
Oh my God, dude!
Sox, yeah.
I think speaking of carved, I think Boston. I went in on Friday. I think it carved a hole in my wallet. On Friday.
At least you didn't lose it this time.
Yeah, I know, dude. Jesus Christ! So literally, I woke up. First thing I checked in the morning was having my wallet. Went right back to bed. A happy man. But yeah, it was nice seeing the boys. My parents. Shout out Dave and Vicky Rafferty celebrating 25 years of marriage. Only been around for 21 of them, but yeah, snaps for the fellas. They went away on a little honeymoon down the Cape. So just me and Rach, and then I chilled with the boys.
I know.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend. It was nice really seeing the boys too. I saw Maddie Gould's mom too. Big fan and friend of the podcast, Maddie Gould. But yeah, it was a fun weekend. Recovering a little bit. Feels weird that Wednesday feels like a Monday right now. Yeah, the juices are definitely going, dude. There's something in the air. I don't even know what it was this weekend, but I'm not, dude. You guys know I'm not a big going into the city person. It's too much going on. I kind of freak out a little bit, but after Friday, I love it. I think it'd have to be at night though.
Yes,
it'd have to be at night.
I don't know, like an afternoon type thing would be fun too.
Just too buzzing and too sober. I don't know. There's too much going on.
Well, I didn't say you had to be sober to go in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. There's something about lurking around at night.
You are a lurker.
I am. I do be lurking, but
creepy.
Also too, I don't know what it was. So I was a little family GM too, where I'll talk about the Sox and the Pats. And I'm not big into football. I'm getting into it more, but I like baseball a lot. And this every text, all I would contribute to this GM is I would say Boston till I die. Every time I sent a text, the Boston sports team won.
Really?
4 for 4.
Comeback.
Yeah, the Sox had to come back.
Boston will be winning, or the Bruins will be winning
on Saturday when they win the little home opener. But yeah, 4 for 4 for that. But it's really all I got, to be honest. I'm just getting back in the groove. I'm just excited for Chili's tomorrow, and that's it. You guys want to start off with a little trivia?
Yeah. So
Tibbs's trivia.
I guess so.
Tibbsy's trivia.
This one just
I'm gonna get a shirt with that.
You get a tattoo.
Oh my God.
So I can kind of just sort of, I guess, make multiple questions out of this one. Basically, the NHL posted based on 721 players among the season opening rosters, their birth countries, like how many players were born in each country. The most is Canada. Obviously, they had 310, and the U.S., Sweden, Finland, Russia. But there were 9 countries that have one player. You guys name any of them?
Australia.
And along with the player, if you can.
Australia, Nate Walker.
Well,
No.
active. He's in the system. He's not on the roster.
Opening night rosters.
So is it not? Is he
Like
is it-
active
is it-
rosters.
oh, so
and it's
not
based on
Australia.
birth country. Was he actually born in
He
Australia?
was born.
too?
Yeah.
I knew like, yeah.
Liam Kirk.
No, there is one UK though. You know who it is?
Not Liam Kirk.
No.
France is it? No.
Do you want me to name the 9 countries?
No.
That
no,
each have
no.
one player.
Belarus.
Yes.
That was
it?
the first
You definitely
one
know
I
the
said.
Belarus one. We talked about him the other day.
Yeah, Igor Sharangovich.
Yep. You go.
And then what about? Did Marco Rossi make it? Austria.
Austria's not on here.
Then
so-
never
Oh
mind.
wait, well Austria has 2.
Oh wow.
I don't know who the other one would be.
Oh, it would be Alexander True,
Ooh, you might have sniped that.
the kid that got picked up.
I'm not going to
technically-
get any of these, so I'm going to.
Well, how about this one? Do you know the Uzbekistan-born player?
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, he plays for the U.S. in national play. Young,
Wait.
was just on the junior
Fuck,
team.
I know who it
born in
is.
Uzbekistan.
I know who
I
it
feel like
is.
you guys can get this.
Wait, what do you mean he plays for the U.S. team?
He has dual citizenship.
Yeah, like he was born in Uzbekistan.
I thought you
but-
meant like
no.
the United States program. I was like, what?
No. He was born in Uzbekistan, but like plays for the U.S. in national tour.
Is he a young kid?
Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
No, he's looking about
I'm
Alexander True, I think.
Oh.
I'm looking up the other Belarusian players. It's not true.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
True's not
I
on
honestly
here.
didn't know he was born there. I knew like
Oh, shit.
had that.
Mikhail Grabowski is from Belarus.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
He still plays?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm just
I
saying
thought that was the-
like,
I thought that was like the answer.
no.
Okay, I don't know. Uzbekistan? I don't
You
know.
want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's Arthur Kaliev.
That's so bad.
Yeah,
You get
he was
that. That's
born in
real
Uzbekistan.
bad.
And then there's just some of the ones that like I found interesting. There's 4 Latvians and 3 French players.
Bellemare.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you guys. To name
Alexander
the French ones.
Texier.
Oh, I didn't know he was French. I
He
knew
was French.
Bellemare.
Bellemare, Texier. French? I don't know.
I don't know what the third one is either because it doesn't say.
Texier, I'm pretty sure.
But
is
there's the ones I
French.
know. And then there's 4 Latvians. Do you guys know any of those?
Merzlikins.
Okay, yeah, you got that one.
Merzlikins.
And there's another one. I know
Hey.
2 others.
Yeah.
Kiviranta. Oh, not Kiviranta. Fucking
Kevlikins.
Kevs.
I think it's Kevlikins.
Kivy
Matis
All right, I'm gonna stop because
Yeah,
Matislav Keniks. Kivleniks.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what was the country again? Latvian?
Yeah. So there's Merzlikins, and then there's another one that.
Is Kopitar or is he Slovak?
No, he's Slovak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting him mixed up.
Slovak only has 8. I always thought. they had
Chara's
more.
another one. for
Yeah.
Slovak.
I know.
Charles Czech.
Is he Czech?
Yeah.
No,
And then-
Chara's Slovak.
Yeah, Chara's
brother.
because then Krejci and Pasta are Czech.
I thought Chara was
No, because
Czech.
I know
No, he's
Chara.
Slovak.
Chara. I always knew Krejci and Pasta were one, and then Chara was the other. I just always forgot which was which. Chara, I'm pretty sure is Slovak, and
He is
Krejci
Slovak.
and Pasta are Czech.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
They doubted me.
I remember playing Shell, and I'd always, when we do like the Olympic teams, sometimes we
Yeah.
get Chara, and I always thought it was Czech.
I always like sometimes we'll get Slovakia when
Yeah.
we do that, and I get excited because I think it has Krejci and Pasta, but then I'm like, fuck, they're Czech.
What's it called? So what are the nine teams with one player?
So I actually don't know like the player for all of them, but there's Belarus. Also, this is just birth country.
Yeah.
It's not so like
They're
the
not
Kaliev
playing
one,
for.
for example,
Yeah.
plays for US, but so it's Belarus, Bulgaria, Estonia, Kazakhstan, Netherlands, Norway, Slovenia, UK, and Uzbekistan.
What was his name? Zemgus Gergensen? Isn't he?
Which one?
List him again.
Gergensen.
He's not one of the ones that only has one. Semgus Gergensen.
He is like actually one of the randomest places, right?
Is he Danish?
No.
No, Denmark does have 5 though. I think Lars Eller is Danish.
Ah.
So is Freddie Anderson.
And
Yeah.
Yossi.
Randomly.
Yossi.
Roman Yossi's
He's
Swiss.
sure.
Roman Yossi and Heischer are Swiss.
Yeah.
I
Do you know your countries?
No, it's like I know
But
where they're from, but then when you say like Danish, I don't know where that was from.
Denmark.
The D's.
But Gergenson's is one of the ones Jurgensen
Gergensen.
is one of the ones I just asked you about when you guessed
So-
Belmare and Merzlikin.
Is he Latvian?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gergenson's one of the Latvians.
Gotcha.
It was Gergensons and Merzlikins were like the bigger names, and then there was a third Latvian that's like kind of because I looked it up earlier. Can you name all 310 of the Canadians?
Yeah. So Carey Price, Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Petrie. You mean the team or the country?
What?
We said all 310 of the Canadians. But their opening roster is only 22 people.
God.
I
But
gotta
yeah,
like that one.
I saw this, and then there's
France. The other one, Anton Roussel.
Doesn't count.
Check
He's a
who the other
felon.
Austrian is.
Yeah, that's the other one.
It's Marco
good idea.
Rossi, and then
All right, after
I
this,
Michael Raffle.
yeah, we can.
Michael.
Yeah, no,
All right.
I saw this post and thought. Maybe
That was a cool conversation.
I like looking at like where players are from and shit. So.
All right. Well, we just ended a little. Thank you, Tibbs, for your trivia. Maybe we can get a little theme music to put in this set sometime.
Ooh, way.
Something like that.
You should do like a little 20-second freestyle as like a trick. Well, not like now.
Oh, okay. I was about
We'll
to.
record it later.
I was
and,
about to
like,
snap
put it
too,
in.
but no, I'll save it. All right.
Teddy Bluger.
Oh,
is
he was the
Latvian.
other lot.
Teddy Blue Balls?
Bro,
is?
I remember because I was looking at the list, and it's like, does it actually say Teddy Bluger on that list?
No, it's
like
his name is Theodore's Bluger.
Theodore's Bluger, like without the E. Like, dude.
Sounds like one of the presidents.
It's like,
Netherlands is Daniel Sprong.
I did not know that one.
Norway is Zuccarello. I knew that one.
Really?
Is it Ehlers?
No.
Or is he
Norway only has
Swiss?
one.
Or is he Swiss?
I think Ehlers is just Swedish. Or Finnish.
No, he's not.
You not?
Who?
Ehlers is Swiss, I'm pretty sure.
He might be.
He is
But yeah, no,
not.
Norway only has one, and it's.
Or is he Norway?
No, he's
No,
not
Norway
Norway.
only has one, and it's.
So I'm
Zuccarello.
sorry. You want
What is it?
Switzerland?
What is Ehlers? I don't think he's Finnish. I thought he was Swiss.
No, he wants to know what Ehlers is.
Yeah.
Where he won.
And then after this, we'll go back. We'll go into
Ehlers
our little
Yeah,
special
I got
segment
it.
for today.
is not Swiss.
What is
Nikolai
it? Is it?
Ehlers was born in Denmark.
Denmark. That's.
Not the Geo guy.
Well, I know it wasn't. I knew it wasn't Finland or
Yeah.
like Sweden, like the big European countries. But
I never knew Zuccarello was Norwegian.
Yes, I knew that years ago. If you had
because
asked
he's
me
famous there. He's like an actual living legend over there.
Yeah.
that, he used to be my
Player,
favorite
so.
Rangers player, Matt
Oh,
Zuccarello.
yeah, he's a beast. I thought of him. All right, everybody.
Wow.
Due to last week, we didn't get around to it, so then we're going to do it this week. We did this to start off basically the entirety of Buddy Pass last year. We're going to
Our
start off
second episode ever.
second episode ever we did this, but now it's time for that season, that part of the season again. Our predictions for
Wait, can we get like music? Can you put music in as we intro it?
Yeah, I will.
Can we intro it?
should I start it over?
No, I'll just.
Sure.
I can.
Yeah.
Start off
do
Ready?
the
Ready?
start.
We'll put it. No, ready. We'll put it in right now. 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, everybody. We're gonna kick out the segment with our basically season predictions. What we're doing is basically just predicting who's gonna be on what side of the bracket. Well, you guys are distracting me. You know I have a bad attention span.
yeah.
Gosh damn.
Gosh damn.
But basically what we're doing, we're just going to pick who makes the playoffs, what the bracket is going to look like, kind of like a loose grading system here. Some of us may have 5 from one division, 3 from the others. We're going to write it all down. And what we never really did last time around is do the point system. But this year we're taking tabs and we're going to throw up a graphic and we're going to basically let you guys decide what either the winner does, what the loser does, what happens with all that. We're going to do a point system for everything. So basically what we were going to do last year and never did because we are 21 years old and only think about farts and income. Yes.
What?
All right. So you guys want to just start off with the Atlantic? We just go from there. We can each just start off with what we have and go around the table, go division by division.
I said we should do conference since we're kind of deciding.
Yeah, we'll do
conference.
Well,
but once you
we'll do Atlantic and then Metro and then
Pacific.
Yeah.
Like Raph does Atlantic and Metro. I do Atlantic Metro.
Oh no, we'll go division by division.
Yeah, Atlantic. Let's do it like one, and then we'll go Metro right after we all say it.
Okay.
I mean, you'll get.
Well, I was just thinking by conference because like, what if like both their wild cards are from the same division?
Then just say that, and then they'll figure it out from there.
I don't know.
Our listeners aren't idiots.
I mean, we don't know that.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying we have no idea who listens to this.
You better hope that you don't lose because they're gonna ream you out on the punishment.
I was not attacking anyone personally there.
Wow.
We have no idea who listens to this.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
Atlantic Division we're starting with.
Okay.
Age, you're writing that down. So, Brett, do you want to start?
Sure.
All right, baby.
I thought you did, but okay.
Oh, you can go first. I don't want to go first.
All right.
I want to be the narrator right now.
Winning the Atlantic Division,
Mm-hmm.
I have the Florida Panthers.
Very nice pick.
And then, so just read the rest that I have making playoffs from that division.
Yeah.
So the rest of the teams making playoffs from that division. So there's Florida, then I have Boston, Tampa, Toronto, and Montreal. All make playoffs.
So your top five. I'm sorry. Repeat your top five.
Well, they're just the 5 teams in the Atlantic that I think are going to make playoffs.
Okay.
And the winner.
Yeah.
You had the winner though.
Florida, Boston, Tampa, Toronto,
And the Seals.
Montreal.
Okay.
All right. I'll go next. The Atlantic.
Do we want to all take a second and like talk about why we picked maybe the division winner?
The highlights.
If somebody has like,
we should have thought this out before we started recording.
yeah.
I figured we were going to go into a little bit of depth as to why we picked, maybe the division winner.
Yeah.
I just got to run with my gut on everything.
Short and sweet, baby.
I mean, you guys saw me. I literally sat there and did this in like 5 minutes.
Because you're like that.
I just go with my gut.
I feel like you see into the future.
I do. All my shit's gonna hit on the dime.
Well, dude, good news then, because for my Atlantic division, I have winning the division would be Florida Panthers, followed by Tampa, Bruins, the Leafs, and then Montreal.
All right, you guys are making my life very, very hard right now.
You're the one that we can just write this all down.
Yeah, I have it written down.
Like I have it all typed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just sit down.
So yeah, I think for Florida winning the division, I think they're just a team that really just has the most depth, experience. I honestly think Bob is going to have a bounce back year along with a killer rookie year for Spencer Knight. I can't see goaltending being an issue, which it really can't be because their D-court is a little fizzled. I think they're going to surprise some people. Weegar, Ekblad will be the best pair in the league once again. Then Forsling, and I believe he's playing with –
Don't forget about Montour.
I think Montour and Nuevara are holding down that third line. And then Gudas will be playing second line with Forsling. But I think the rest of that entire forward group is absolutely amazing. I really just see them being the deepest team. I have the Leafs at 4, though. I really don't like their depth at all. I think the Bruins will be a third seed just because of how power top this division is. And I think Habs squeak in and really grab that second wild card spot. I hate the Metro, but I'll get into that later. And then Aids, want to wrap up the Atlantic?
So I think 1 and 2 you can kind of wash out. I feel like it's either going to be Boston or Florida. I went Boston, and then second was Florida, third was Toronto, fourth Tampa, fifth Montreal.
Really? Can you explain Tampa? That's the
Rich, we had the same group of 5, right?
Yes, I think we all had the same
We
group
all
of
had 5. Wow.
But then a little extra, I had Ottawa in 6th.
Yeah,
I think they will be
like that.
right
there. It's tough because I want to see Ottawa in the playoffs.
I know.
I want to see them have a good
They're
year.
not there yet.
But that division is just good.
Give them a couple years. They'll be running the division.
But
if they were in a different division.
So my Tampa pick in 4th, I think they lost a lot of energy with that third line, Coleman, Gord, and Goudreau all leaving. I think that's going to hurt them probably more than people think. I think I know they have younger guys that are going to kind of step into that. I know they have Ross Colton. I know Ruda is stepping up into that. I don't know. I think this is also a big year for Vasilevsky. I know you said it yesterday, or it was you?
Yeah.
One of you said it. Like, this is going to be a huge testing year. For those that doubt Vasilevsky's abilities, because he's always had a freaking ridiculous team in front of him, I think this year is going to test and see, like, if he's actually worth the hype, which I'm putting stock into. He's a little overrated.
Yeah.
So
I remember you said that last year.
Still one of the best goalies in the league, but I don't think he's the best.
Yeah.
And I think this year will be a good test to see that, and I think that test will yield those results. So that's why I have them in fourth. I think Toronto, they're always in third. They're literally always in third. They never have any issue scoring, getting into like a top 3 spot. But, and I think that they'll just continue.
I think I like Mrazek too in net for them. I like that a lot.
If Jack Campbell can keep going, the way
Jack Campbell,
But
the thing with Vasilevsky, like, he still does have a really good team in front of him. It's just
It's
slightly below what he's had the last couple of years. So, like, my whole thing I was saying is just people who think his numbers were inflated the last couple of seasons.
I do want to say,
I know you pointed that out. This will give a really good test as to whether or not they were. Or not.
I do want to say, though, that my Vesna winner right now would be Hellesbuck.
Yep.
I think he should have. I think he's amazing.
He knows he's saying it that way too.
Yeah.
He knows it's Hellebuck. He just says Helleschmuck.
Yeah, Helleschmuck. Yeah. But I think that if Vasi does honestly put up a better season than him, he's automatic Hall of Fame.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean? Then there's no doubts about him. I'm not saying that I think that's going to happen. I'm just saying that if that scenario is what is the outcome, wow, man.
I know.
That'll be a wow, man moment. But alrighty. We're pretty on page with the Atlantic.
Would be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, did I say Helleschmuck?
No, you said you didn't really say the name.
I used his pronouns.
You implied Vasilevsky.
A pronouns. I'm a pronouner.
Yeah, no. I think that's a good like arguable topic. Not that we have to right now, but like whether or not. Cause some people like some fans like already are like always 100% a Hall of Famer if he like retired today. It's like
not really.
Like
relax.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not siding with that. I'm just saying some people argue that, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But he definitely like there would have to be a drastic drop in his performance for him to not become a Hall of Famer at some point.
All right, so let's move on to the Metro division. The Metropolitan.
Again. Same order for all of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Turmoil
so
here,
my 3 teams. I have 3 teams in the Metro making the playoffs, obviously. So Isles winning it, Islanders, and then Rangers and Carolina.
Okay.
I think the Rangers make the playoffs this year.
Interesting pick, yeah.
I just think they're poised to do it. I think their goaltending is gonna have a good year. They signed him to like one of those, what was it, like a 4x5 or 5x4 or something.
I believe so, yeah.
Shesterkin,
Yeah, 4x, something like that. And I think, I think we talked about in a previous episode, like that might be a little overpriced now, but I mean, I just think they're a great team. They have a lot of young guys, but some good veterans up there, and Panarin, Trouba, Zibanejad.
Luckily, Reeves is okay.
We talked about it. We talked about it the other day. Capo Caco looks amazing in preseason.
Strong.
Thought Lafreniere looked good too, and those guys have obviously been struggling the last year for Lafreniere and the last couple of years for Caco. But I think that'll probably change this year.
Very nice. I like that a lot. I'm kind of on par with you. I have winning the division as the Islanders. We know how this cookie crumbles with this team.
Yeah.
And then in 2, I have my Carolina Hurricanes. And then last, I have the Pens. I really think – I only have the 3, too, because I've noted in the Atlantic we all had 5. So that means only 3 spots are available now in the Metro for the East. Penguins, I think, stay afloat for this month and a half to a month without Crosby and Malkin. They looked amazing last night. They really brought a high tempo, a little sloppy, but I think they brought –
First game of the season.
But they brought the tempo, and I think that's what really matters going into this first month to stay afloat. I think they stay afloat. Canes, I would have had win in the division if they brought back the same squad. I'm not too sure about the moves, and the Islanders are just going to get the job done like they always do. I still don't think, though, The Islanders, with the pieces they have now, they do not have enough superstar talent to ever win a cup. I will never bet against them getting to the cup or getting to a conference final.
Mhm.
But I do not think they'll be able to win a cup with that amount, with that talent. They all play. Me and Brett were talking about this earlier a couple of days ago. Looking at their lines, they have one of the best fourth lines. They have all of these first, second, third lines that may not be the best, but they're so well-rounded, even on the decor side. And Andy Green will win a Norris. Trust me. Completely a joke. I don't know how that guy has not fossilized yet. But, again, great coach. Lou is going to pull some magic probably during the season like he always does.
Yep.
That's why I think the Islanders will win, and that's my reasoning for the rest.
I do want to say really quick about the Penguins. I obviously did include them in mine, and that was the hardest thing, was not putting the Penguins in mine.
It's a gamble. I know it's a gamble.
All off season and like towards the end of last season, I've always had in my head like next year, as in this coming season, is going to be the year the Rangers make the playoffs here with this team, and so I had to put them in, and just like the fact that the Penguins just beat the Lightning last night without Crosby, Malkin, and Gensel.
Yeah. And
I still didn't put them in my playoffs. Yeah. It's like
it's a gamble. I know. I'm not.
It's an 82-game season.
Yeah,
as well,
which is also a blessing and a curse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Rangers I had right behind. And honestly, if I didn't give the 5 spot to the Habs, the 4 spot and that wild card spot probably wouldn't have went to them. I just think that's also the most Ranger thing ever, to like literally be able to like be in a playoff spot if another team in the division didn't grab the second one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think they're a little young yet, like right now too. It's in a couple of years, it's going to be them in the Sens League. You know what I mean? So Aids, want to give us a little wrap up?
So fairly similar. We all share, actually, Raph, me and you, we share the same 3. But I have Carolina winning the division.
My boys.
I have your boys.
Love your faith.
I think their squad, I know they didn't do too much flashy stuff. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. They did do one of the most flashiest things the entire summer, and that was offer sheet KK. But I just look at their lines. I know it's not a star-studded lineup, but it is a young and fast and skilled lineup. They obviously, played well enough to take over the, what was it last year? What was it called?
What do you mean?
Their division that they won last year. I don't even remember what it was.
I don't.
It was like the east, southeast, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, Central.
Was it the Central?
Yeah.
They were in the Central. Oh, okay.
The Central or something?
Well, they did enough to win that. And I think I was talking to you guys earlier about this. I feel like the Capitals, Rangers, Flyers, and Devils are all kind of in this similar spot where while some of those teams are on the older side of the spectrum and some of them are on the younger, I feel like they're all very similar in how they're going to do this year. Like the young guys are going to do well enough to kind of get them halfway, but I feel like the older guys, in referencing the Capitals, for example, are going to kind of hold them back. They're going to be a little bit below average for what they used to be. So I got Carolina winning. I have the Isles in second, and then Pittsburgh in third. I think they always find a way to figure it out with Crosby, Malkin.
Yeah. You can't count them out. And for the first time ever, I'm counting Ovi out and Backstrom over in Washington. I just think that, man, there's a lot of problems with that lineup, especially after what we saw in the playoffs with Samsonov. Bob, our insider for the Capitals. I don't like the team. I don't like the trend that it's going to. I'm going to count out Ovi for the first time in my life. And again, with the Flyers, I don't like their moves. I really like their forward group. And I'm praying Carter Hart does have a bounce back here because we want everybody to succeed over in Buddy Pass Podcast land. But the moves of Ristolainen, Yandel too, even, I just don't really like that decor. I'm sorry, I don't. I really like the pickup of Ellis, but when it comes to getting the job dumb or stupid with the job, I don't like it. I don't think that they're going to be able to win games and go on a streak and really grab a spot. I don't like the team at all. Yeah. And I'm not counting out the top guys like Lemieux, Giroux, Couturier, all those big boys. I just think that, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the identity of the team.
I do want to say real quick, when you're talking about those 4 teams, Rangers, Philly, Caps, and Devils, how they're all kind of in a similar situation. There's like some are on the older end. Some obviously in that group of 4, Devils are on the younger end with like an extremely young team, probably the youngest in the league. And the Caps are on the other end, very old, probably one of the older teams in the league in terms of like average age. And like out of that group, the Rangers for me just feel like they have like the perfect mix of younger guys that are good, fast players, and then the older ones. That's just like sort of the way. I sort of hinted at that earlier, but like when you explained that, I thought of it that way. It made more sense.
No, I agree, and I think they're going
It's a bolder call,
I think they're going to do better than what people expect. Especially, we talked about Kakko the other night. Kakko looks like a completely different guy.
Yeah,
he looks like this big, strong, fast player who we haven't really seen this side of Kakko before. So, prove me wrong. Sneak into the top 3, but
I would love to see it.
From on paper, I feel like they have a little bit more to prove. They have a little bit more to do in terms of building that team up.
Because we have a punishment at stake too. So I mean, I'd love to see him get in, but I got to go with what I think's gonna give me the W for this competition. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we explained the Metro pretty well, boys. Now on to the Central, probably the most competitive and honestly star-studded division of this league this division has right now. Brett, do you want to lead us off?
You said Central, right?
Central, yes.
Central first. So I have 5 from this one, from the Central. A little bit of some bold calls in here, but I got Colorado winning it, winning the Central. Probably all do. And then I have Winnipeg, Dallas, Minnesota, Chicago.
Interesting.
So you have 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha. I lost count.
Chicago. Obviously, that's the bolder pick in that group.
I like it though.
Yeah, I
think Dallas is a bolder pick than Chicago.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my personal opinion, but
no, that's fair. I have Dallas. I mean, I put them in an order of 5, but like I don't know. I have Dallas 3, Minnesota 4, and then Chicago 5. But that can go, I guess, either way, whatever. But Chicago, I don't know. I think getting Fleury was obviously one of their. I mean, Seth Jones too, but Fleury was a big addition, and I don't want to say it's all, that he's going to be like the only reason I made the pick, but some of the Tay's coming back too. Doc's coming back. Breakout year. DeBrincat can score. Kubalik can score 30. They still have Kaner, obviously. Who's, going to set those guys up all day, going to score plenty of goals. I mean,
Connor Murphy just had a big ticket.
I think that offense is going to sort of come together again this year with Tay's back. He's sort of just a missing puzzle piece in a lineup that was good for so many years. So, yeah. We're still in Chicago this year.
I like that. I like the bold picks here.
Yeah. I haven't even bolder one.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I'll do my Central. So I stuck with 4 for the Central. I got Avs winning it. I mean, we all know how that cookie crumbles. Going to keep saying that for every winner.
If you continue to say cookie, I'm going to go crazy.
I'm going to crumble.
Cookie. I need a cookie.
You're going to crumble?
Cookie.
So I have Avs winning. I have the Jets at 2. 3, I have the Blues. And then at 4, I have Dallas. I think the Avs, we know how that goes. But with the Jets, this is the first time I've really liked the Jets since they were a powerhouse back in like 2018, 2017. They're just looking great. I really love the moves of DeMello and Dylan on that blue line. Connor Hellschmuck is, I think, poised for another Vezina trophy. The kid is absolutely unbelievable. But then I think more interestingly, we have the Blues and Dallas is who I have creeping into. I think Blues top 9 is actually stellar. I love all the moves. Losing James Schwartz and Dunn kind of does hurt. And I think especially Dunn because that blue line is looking a little depleted. But word around the mill is his kid Jake Wallman is poised to have another good season and build off of his last season. And then what I want to talk about also fuck Bennington though. And then also Dallas. I don't know, man. I love this team. You know how I am with Shell. Whenever I play NHL 21, I'm always Dallas. But I think Roop Hintz, Brett, your boy, I think is poised for like a 70-point season.
40 and 40.
Then you got guys like Radulov. I like the addition of Michael Raffle. Jamie Benn too. Tyler Seguin is now fully healthy for the first time in about a year. He missed a lot of last season. And then we got Jason Robertson too. The kid almost stole the the Calder Trophy from Kaprizov because he tore it up so hard. Just a bunch of little pieces like that. Joe Pavelski too. I don't know. He's an ageless wonder. I love how he gets his nose gritty around the net. And then on the D side of things, they did sign Ryan Suter, who I think will be a good ticket, a good guy to have for this year, but I can see a decline. I mean, the guy can get the puck to the net. He finds a lane similar to how Mike Riley does out in Boston's blue line. But then there's Lundell, there's Klingberg, there's Heiskanen. I think the only question mark will be the goaltending, which is what I think will hold them back from me even putting them higher on this list and not at third or second. They have Holtby.
Yeah.
They have Khudobin, and then Ottinger is the third string sent down to their minor league team, and I really think they should give him some looks this year. But I don't know, man. I think this team has a chip on its shoulder, especially after going to a Stanley Cup final with most of this same roster. Then we saw how last year went, and it was not Stanley Cup playoff worthy. But I think the boys are back this year, fellas, and that's how I'm going to wrap up my Central.
Their success is going to rely very, very much, probably mostly on Holtby having a bounce back year.
Yeah.
Because, Hudobin's solid backup, Ottinger's a good young goalie, but, if Holtby starts going downhill or not having a good year like he did a few years ago, I don't know if those guys can pick up the slack.
You need a guy that can play those 50 games.
It's going to rely mostly on Holtby.
Yeah, and the injury bug too.
Like you explained,
hopefully nobody gets hurt.
That forward group and that D group, injury bug. That forward group and that D group.
On paper, I fucking love this team. I love the identity. I love what they do, and that's the wrap up.
Oh boy,
that's the wrap up.
No, I'm just setting up.
Oh yeah,
this man's friend, another man's friend.
So, I like those picks. I feel like I'm gonna get castrated for one of them that I have, but
no, it's all. I'm gonna get castrated for one of them. Just
I am. That's what I'm. Yeah.
You try to get castrated later, boys?
No. So first in the Central, do not have Colorado. I do have Winnipeg.
Okay.
I like Winnipeg. So I've liked them for years. You both know that.
Yeah.
I like them so much more this year. I just had their lineup pulled up because I was looking at that earlier too. And personally, Raph, I know you were talking about the Blues top 6. I think
top 9.
Or top 9. I think the Jets can make an argument for having a better top 9, in my opinion. At least center depth, you see Mark Scheifele, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and then Adam Lowry. Copp. No, he's second line left wing.
Oh, he's on the wing. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Riley Nash, fourth line center.
Not bad. I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like Bruins legend Riley Nash?
Yeah.
Columbus legend too.
Yeah. So I have Winnipeg first, Colorado second. They're not far behind. And then I have Minnesota and Chicago. I don't have Dallas.
Or Blues.
Yes. So
I didn't have Blues either.
No, I don't like the Blues. They looked horrible last year. They didn't do anything this year.
Yeah, they did. They got Buchnevich and they got Sad.
Okay, but
James Neal.
All right, fair enough. Maybe they did a little bit, but
I made it clear though that it was their forward depth that I really like. I know there's a lot of holes on defense.
Yeah, and goalie too. Bennington was shit last year. So I think my hot take is not having Dallas in there too. The more I look at them, the more I just don't know. I just don't know about Chicago. I don't know how they're going to do, but my gut says they're going to squeak into a fourth. It honestly, it'll probably come down to like a game, like 2 points, a point, 3 points.
This is the hardest division to pick. I think I picked those, even those last 2 spots were so hard to pick.
Yes, so I do have 4 in the Central, 4 in the Pacific. So I have run through that again: Winnipeg, Colorado, Minnesota, Chicago, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I think the 2010 to 15 Blackhawks bandwagon is back in the train station.
It's coming back.
There are.
I have a first-class ticket to that train. Oh, yeah. You didn't realize that. There's a Blackhawks Minnesota.
But they're also, too, this is like this little side note. I guess the league came out and was talking, there's concerns for a couple ticket sales for cities. And obviously we have Arizona, the Ducks, all those guys. But Chicago was on there.
Really?
I was really, really confused about that. Very.
I'm sure they lost a lot of season ticket holders in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But you're still going to get – that just opens it up for the blue-collar guys to get in there.
There we go.
I think of it as like for, 5, 6, 7 years at the beginning of last decade, that city revolved around Taze and Kane.
Oh, yeah.
And now that duo's finally back together after Taze missed all last year.
Yeah.
So, I
think Taser is going to have a good year,
I feel like Chicagoans would be itching to get back into that.
Yeah. All right. I think the Central will be the funnest, most fun one to watch, and it's going to be a nice battle between us because we all have something a little different. All right, let's wrap it up here, Phyllis, with the division talk. Pacific Division. Brett, would you like to lead us off? Travis Shaw us.
I would. So, I have 3 from the Pacific, obviously, except from the Central. So, I'm going to be that guy.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be that guy.
Do it.
Vegas, Edmonton, Seattle. I'm not explaining myself.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
Wait, you have that too?
I had Knights, Oilers, Kraken, and Nucks.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
Dude,
I fuck
Seattle.
with that.
I was going to say, we watched.
See, so I said Seattle.
Okay. We watched they had their first game last night, Tuesday night. And we watched the first 2 periods. I watched highlights this morning, and they, I know it's only 1 game, obviously, out of 82, so it's not, explaining the whole team. But they were missing Yanni Gord, who's going to be one of their top players.
I didn't even notice that.
They still look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just played a very physical, gritty game. I mean, their first couple goals, not geekies, but their first couple goals came just in front of the net like that. And I think that's what that team's going to do all year. Their chemistry seemed like it almost came in spurts, but I mean, that's what's going to happen with a new team. You just, when that chemistry comes, they got to just capitalize on their chances, and I think they can do that.
Also, shout out Ryan Donato, the Bruins legend, for scoring that first goal.
Local guy, Situate, Mass.
Yep. But yeah, that's really my explanation on that. Seattle bandwagon, baby.
Like that. Oh, I mean, I'll just go right in. Then I had basically the same thing. I had 4 though, so I only did 4 in the Central. So I did Knights, Oilers, Kraken, and Nucks. I'm gonna be honest here though, guys. I have the Kraken at 3, not because I'm really high on this team. It's more that I'm extremely low on all the others.
Yeah.
It's more of just process of elimination type thing.
Yeah.
I really think that Grubauer is gonna struggle. I'm not saying below 900 struggle, but not Vezina nomination. That he was
not Colorado Avalanche.
Inflated stats in my opinion. I think he'll do all right. I don't think he's going to be what people think he's going to be there. But I like the depth of the team. I think once the chemistry comes, it needs to, because like for example, Dunn and Lauzon looked like they had literally never. They looked like they never played hockey with each other before. Like they did not look like they wanted to be out there with each other.
Dunn was scoring goals in the preseason, though. So, I mean,
well, I'm just saying.
Well, preseason's a different season than
I know. I'm just
regular
saying.
season.
But the Knights, we know how that cookie crumbles.
Cookies.
Oilers are gonna get 2 because McDavid. If McDavid had people to work with, they'd be 1, but he has 2. I don't really want to go into that team because it just is awful what they're doing over there.
You know how they're cooking.
We know how that. In the 4th spot with the Nucks, it really hurts me not to put LA here because I'm so high on LA. I really fucking love the LA Kings. I love everything that they had going on last year. And with the pickup of Robertson and Deneau, I like them even more. But I think the Canucks are I think they're just going to get the job done and find playoffs again. They added OEL. They added Connor Garland. I think Quinn Hughes is going to have a bounce back year. Pedersen, I think, will really come into his own. This guy is poised for a fucking 100-point season. He's that good. Do I think he's going to do it? Probably not, but I think he's poised for it. I think he could. And then I think there's a nice little culture around there. I think the year they had really fucking stung them. It really stung that organization. Yeah. I think people are pissed off over there. So, you know me, I love a little fire.
And they got your guy Vasily.
The Vasily Podkolzin.
Let's go.
Wow, you
Let's go.
did it.
Skitty.
Most improved player all day.
All
Yeah,
day.
100%.
MIP, baby. But yeah, him too. I love the kid. And he's going to get a lot of opportunities. That's all you can ask for. So, Aids, want to wrap it up?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get castorized like I thought I was because you and I have similar
Let's go.
picks. The only difference is I don't have Seattle. I have LA
Yeah.
at number 3.
I like it.
So I have Vegas, Edmonton, LA, and then Vancouver 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
So the same as yours, Raph,
But
just
flip Seattle with
sweeping.
LA.
Yeah. Which I think is great. Obviously, Vegas is going to talk their shit. Edmonton, same thing. It's the McDavid Draisaitl show. This year, though, I think it's going to be the McDavid Draisaitl and Hyman show. I think Hyman's going to put up 25 to 30 goals.
I think he's going to play the Craig Smith role of a guy that may not be putting points up, but he's generating and he's moving the puck and he's all over in transition. Now that's more of what I see in Zach Hyman.
Well, I think he'll
like 70 points or something.
I think he'll put in 25 to 30 goals simply because he's playing on McDavid's left wing.
Fair.
That's
if Pat Maroon could do it with McDavid, Zach
literally
Hyman
anyone
could do it. Yeah.
But yeah, LA too. Again, going off what you said, Raph, it's not that I think they're good enough to be there. It's just that I think no one else is good at all.
Yeah.
So by process of elimination. And then Vancouver. I thought this was going to be a hot take, but apparently not. I love Vancouver's decor. I love it.
Can you list it off for the people?
I just had it. Yeah, I was going to try to do it off memory, and then I realized
it's Hughes. It's Hughes.
So
OEL,
Hughes and Hamonic.
Hamonic.
OEL, Tucker Pullman, Levy, and Tyler Myers.
Levy just got traded.
Fuck, he did get traded.
Oh, yeah.
Calgary?
I actually forgot about that. No, he's not.
Oh, shit. Wait, you're right.
Because it was 3 Finnish players.
It was,
all 3.
For 3 names in the whole transaction, there was easily 100 letters.
Yeah,
no, they're not even long.
50% of them were like K's.
J's and L's. It's all J's and L's.
Hold on, wait. Where's the trade? Hold on.
J's,
no, it was like Levy, Yamanin, like.
Oh, Florida. Juho Lamico.
Yup.
Noah Juleson, and then
Juleson.
It's
Justin.
It's Juul. And then Ollie Levy.
Yeah.
So
it's a Habs list.
Fuck, I didn't realize that. Regardless, I still think the 5 defensemen that I listed are going to be solid. Especially, I love that top 4. I think Pullman is severely underrated. I know he's a younger guy, hasn't really talked his shit much.
He was on your Jets.
He was. See, that's what I'm saying. Hamonic, I know he's getting older. I know he's up there, but I still think playing with Quinn Hughes, I think anyone's going to be good.
Yeah.
Just reading the game off of him. And then OEL, we know what OEL can do. Again, a little bit older, but veteran presence for a mostly young team.
He needs to bounce back.
He needs to get back to that.
Actually, he's been horrible.
I know.
I know. He needs to be. I would love for that, dude.
I would too.
If he bounces back, then that decor is very good. But
the other thing I'm going to say is I know Draisaitl's a center on that second line, but I was going to say I think Peterson and Besser are the Walmart version of McDavid and Draisaitl.
Like that dynamic type of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Where they feed off each other.
Yeah.
They know each other so well. I know you only really get to see Dry and McDavid play together on the power play. Obviously, Peterson and Besser are line mates, but I think it's a very similar vibe in terms of
like that.
Both of those guys drive a lot of their team's success, a lot of their team's energy, and both of them could easily have 70, 80 points.
Oh, yeah.
Just playing together.
Yeah, I like that.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Honestly, Kyler Yamamoto in Edmonton, too.
Oh my God.
And Nuge. I love Nuge.
Yeah, no.
Nuge does everything.
Yeah.
I just don't like the depth. I hate the center depth of them. If they have a third line. And, I'm sorry, dude. Duncan Keith is going to be legitimately awful.
All right.
And Cody Ceci.
No, you're shitting on him too much.
No, dude, I've been a fan of him for so long. I wore number 2 because of this guy when I played. It's just his time is past, man. He's getting beat. He can't guard the rush like he used to. That's what happens when you go for 3 cup runs in 5 years.
It's okay. They said the same thing about Tom Brady.
This is a different sport.
Yeah,
Tom Brady is.
I don't want to compare Tom Brady to Keith here.
Why?
Tom Brady is
going
like the
to.
greatest athlete.
Why? You don't see the holes in
Name
this?
the similarities.
Yeah.
They're both old.
Okay.
Yes.
Check.
They both
Nothing else.
They
Check.
both won a lot of championships.
One of those won like 7.
And what about?
And one of them won 3. What's your point?
What about the position they play?
I think they're both.
They're both on ice. Is that what you're gonna tell me? They're both on ice. One's throwing, one's hitting, skating, shooting,
winning,
dying.
No. Mark it right now. Duncan Keith. I can't
say it. If you're gonna double down right here. You either all in or you're all out. I don't want this like middle of the pack thing.
Duncan Keith, 35, 40 points.
Okay.
I
respect that take.
Okay. What's the plus minus?
I don't know what his plus minus been the
last
300.
And are we talking outlet pass to McDavid 40 times?
I'm saying Duncan.
Points.
I'm saying Duncan Keith 35 to 40 points.
Okay.
I do want to say about my position.
Plus minus anywhere between. This is where I'm gonna fuck myself. No. This is where I win. This is where I win. Anywhere between plus 10 and plus 20. Anywhere in there.
Okay. Hey.
Anywhere in there.
We're here to make hot
ready?
takes.
I'll write it down.
Make hot takes.
In pen right now. Ready?
Yeah.
Who was he on? Edmonton.
I don't like trashing on anyone's picks. Anything can happen.
I'm just putting mine in. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to agree with me or I have to agree with you.
I spelled his name wrong.
I'm not agreeing with anyone here, but
I don't think he could spell right either. Fine.
35.
I do want to say
40 points.
Let's get into hot takes.
I just want to say my Pacific Division, because you were saying how it pained you to not put the Kings in there.
Yeah.
I agree with that, as well as for me, not putting Calgary in the playoffs because I've just loved Calgary for years. Johnny Gaudreau, one of my favorite players. They just, every year, the last few years, every week of games, I just hate this team more and more. Calgary, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking done with them, dude. No more Giordano. They're captain for years. I just
throw it away.
Operation Rescue Johnny, dude. Get him out of there.
Get
Johnny Gaudreau out of Calgary.
Yeah,
you're wasting his years. He's almost 28. I think turned 27 this summer.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that in my my hot take. I said Calgary deals Johnny Hockey at deadline.
Please get Johnny Gaudreau out of Calgary.
Because dude, he's an 80-point guy.
He is the dude.
He's that type of guy.
He can put up 100. He put up 99 a couple years ago.
Yeah. Oh, did he hit 100 though?
No.
Doesn't count.
But I'm saying he could have.
Like Marchand put up 99 a few years ago, or 98 or whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
But like that, me calling him a 100-point guy, I might not be saying that anymore 2-3 years from now.
If he's out of Calgary. Small.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're saying if
I'm saying
Calgary,
like his window to be a 100-point player is probably going to go away in a few years.
Yeah.
Being 27, 28 years old now.
Yeah.
So get him out of there so he can put up his 100+ point seasons, get in the playoffs, show what he can do in playoffs, and just not be in fucking Calgary.
Yeah. I had for my hot take that he's dealt at the deadline, and then I also had for my hot take I said LA just misses. I don't really have a lot of like spicy hot takes. I don't know.
I said I was gonna come up with mine on my spot. I was gonna do like some player ones. I said it when you're talking about Dallas. Rupe Hintz 40 and 40, 40 goals, 40 apples.
Yeah, I said 70. He's poised for 70 when I was talking about Dallas. That's why I had him so high up, dude. He's gonna be probably playing 1C.
He's gonna be 40 and 40. I don't know. He's just he can score goals, but point per game for him is a lock. I'm splitting it 40 and 40 for hot take purposes.
HTP.
Yes.
Fire.
Yo,
that was so quick and good.
But yeah,
that's what they call me.
Rupe Hintz.
What'd you say for Rupe? What's your
40 goals, 40 apples?
Rupe Pence.
Get out of my face. I'm not explaining myself. And then I said he's putting up a point per game as long as he stays healthy. Let me make that clear because he battled some injuries last year. I just split it 40 and 40 for hot take purposes. But point per game, lock. Rupe Hintz. Put your money on it.
Put the crib on it. You lost me my house.
You lost me my house. Only the real ones know what that is.
Yeah, that's a Goldie tweet for you if you guys don't know. It's fucking hilarious. But Alrighty, boys. Hey, you got any hot takes you got written down? I don't.
Well,
Really
I
have
gave you
much.
my Duncan Keith hot take.
The hottest take.
The other one, I didn't really think of one before, but I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think Vegas wins the Pacific with under 50 wins.
You can see that, yeah.
Because that division's so bad, I think they win that division with under 50 wins.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take, but
This might be a little bit of a homer take, but it's just about the Bruins. But Howla and DeBrusque combined for 50-plus goals.
wow.
However, that's split 25-25, 20 and 30.
I like that though. I like that.
I mean, we have seen both of them at some point in the last 3-4 years each score upper 20s in goals. Howla, I think, hit 30. DeBrusque did. He was like 27, 28. That one.
The only thing is the third line minutes. That I think that maybe hold that back because your goals per 60 would be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that third line, if they do what fans are expecting them to do, they'll get a pretty fair share of ice time.
Boston tends to roll all four.
As long as those third, at least the three, if that third line, like I said, is doing what they're supposed to expect it to do, then I think they're going to somewhat pretty much roll them. So, yeah. I just thought of that one on the spot. Like I said, I was on the spot. So.
I like that though.
Yeah. I think a little hot take we have going on too is I think Matt Barzal gets re-signed mid-season to an extension for probably $13 million that we talked about.
Yep.
I think we're gonna start seeing some big boy contracts. I think McDavid won't be the highest paid player a year from now.
McDavid,
Don't know about how much. Over 12.5.
McDavid, 85 assists.
Oh my god! Did you guys see his projected points? Now it's like 151 on all these websites. Dude, why is it so?
85 assists.
That might be fucking lowballing it.
32 goals. 32 goals, 85 assists.
So almost 140 in points.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think I don't know, I'm not gonna submit this as a hot take here, but just going off yours, he hits 100 assists, I won't be surprised at all.
No.
30
goals, 40 goals.
And then if he gets 100 assists, the goals will probably be around 30.
Yeah.
But dude, that man is
he's a bad man.
On a different planet.
Dude, I know.
Different planet.
It was so bad when I saw the projection. It's like 151, give or take a couple points. And I was like, it's actually ridiculous that this makes sense. And I'm not saying this is like an overshot or anything. That's how stupid this kid is at hockey.
So wait, Brett, what were your hot takes? Because I kind of want to write these down.
Rupe Hintz. Yeah. Rupe Hintz, 40 goal, 40 apple.
Hintz, 40 G plus A. Was another one? You want to do the Howla DeBrusque?
Yeah, Howla DeBrusque combined for 50.
Howla plus Debs.
What was I just going to say? Wait, what did I literally just say before we started writing those down? I mentioned
I
something.
think you said Cookie.
No, seriously.
No, you were talking about McDavid, right?
Yeah. Shit, wait.
You said 100 assists. You said if he got 100 assists, you wouldn't be surprised.
Fuck, then there's something I was going to say right after that. I don't think it was about McDavid. I would have remembered by now. Shit. What were yours? What'd you put down for yours?
I put McDavid 31 or 30-ish goals, 85 assists, and then I said Vegas is going to win the Pacific with under 50 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What are yours?
All I said was I think Calgary's going to deal Johnny Hockey at the deadline. I didn't really have anything spicy right now. Am I thinking of anything throughout the first week? Maybe we can add that to it or something. I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
Jeez. Any 2 or 3 teams predictions you might go to?
Wait, what?
Any 2 or 3 teams you think you might go to get dealt?
If I had to pick 3, it'd probably be Flyers,
Philly.
Yeah. I would probably say Flyers. I think they want to keep them out of the division, or I would have said Anaheim. So probably Flyers,
Montreal.
Montreal, or
I think Montreal would be a landing spot.
I think maybe Minnesota.
Did you mention one of you said something about maybe him going to Florida too?
I can see Panthers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it must have been him that said it.
I can see Panthers giving up a lot for him too, especially I guess depending on how their season goes. If they're top of the division for like 3 months leading up to the deadline, I can see them foregoing some of their future for Johnny.
If they get rid of Lindell, though, I will never watch that team again. That kid's going to be actually, legitimately, indubitably fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Would you say they're highly touted?
I would say he's the highest touted.
Wow.
That's a lot of touts.
The highest of the highly touted.
Way up.
Like, how many touts does he have?
Grips of tons.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. I think we used all our brain power for this. You guys
I know I'm going to think of what I was going to say as soon as we end this.
Does anyone?
No, I know.
Do you guys want to give your Stanley Cup winner?
Boston.
Just cause?
Can we change it throughout the season?
Well, this isn't like you're written in stone. This is just like right before the season starts. Boston. If you had to give someone, who's it going to be?
Boston.
Buffalo.
Okay, I didn't say the last in the league. I said Stanley Cup champion.
Hey, Arizona might give them a run for their money.
If I had to pick a team,
oh my God,
probably the Jets right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They got everything going.
Yeah.
Those are the two teams I was going to pick, either Boston or Winnipeg. I can see that in the finals.
You can take Winnipeg. I'll do something different.
No. I was going to say Boston.
Okay.
I just think I don't want to be a homer, but they're one of the deepest teams in the league now.
I don't want to be a homer. Put some first in the division and winning the Stanley Cup. Hypocrite.
Florida too up there is like a high pick for me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do Boston. But yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I think everybody, that is our wrap up of the season predictions. We're going to be throwing up a graphic this time. We didn't do it last time, so we'll do it this time.
We did it for our playoff bracket last year.
We did, but I mean, like the predictions and shit like that. So we're going to be keeping tabs. We'll figure out a whole point scale too. But until then, enjoy your team's opening night game. I hope they probably get smoked, and I hope your star player tears their ACL on the first draw.
Unless you're a Bruins fan.
Unless you're a Bruins fan. John Moore. But anyways, enjoy the season. It's a long season, 82 for a reason. Until then, everybody, enjoy the hockey season. And it's also fall. Maybe get a little apple crisp, a little pumpkin pie in you or something, and maybe a cold brew, maybe something like that. Maybe flannel on and cry a little bit. All right, everybody, enjoy the foliage.
Those are my plans
Peace.
tonight.